There we are.
Good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro. I'm Reverend Michael Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy.
I'm Greg Fossing, doing the producing today.
I'm Dr. Ernestine Garcia, and I'll be doing the readings.
I'm Robin Hackett, and I'm your guest musician.
So I want to take a moment before we get started and just close your eyes and go within. Let's hold a sacred space for this is the day that in 2001, 11/11, the crisis took place in our country. So just hold in your heart and in your mind the highest and best good for all those that lost loved ones, for all those that left, and for us who feel the pain of that day. Let's just take a few moments in the silence. So we just give thanks and hold that space of love for all those that was affected by this tragic event. When you're ready, open your eyes. And again. Robin, are you ready?
I am ready.
We're ready for you.
Spirit and I are one. 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 Holy, 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 light. Spirit and I are one. 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 Oh, holy, 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 holy. Holy, 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 oh light. Spirit and I are one. 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 Holy, 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 oh, holy, 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 holy. holy, 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 holy light are we. Holy light are we. Spirit and I are one. Spirit and I are one.
Thank you for taking us into that realm of
You're welcome.
good feelings and high consciousness. We got some announcements and we'll get back to you for another song.
Okay.
Okay.
So like us and check in on Facebook at CSL North Metro, and go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org, and you can go to contact us to get yourself added to our email list of the links for Sunday and the things that we're doing. You can also, while you're there, request a prayer, and we'll pray on that all week. And there's probably a new blog coming out here pretty soon. So if you haven't been reading Reverend Michael's blogs, there's quite a few of them out there. They're all really good and they're worthy reads. So if you shop on Amazon and you have not connected with another nonprofit organization, just go to smile.amazon.com and you can sign up and make CSL North Metro your charity. And then when you shop, we get paid.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
That's very good.
Today's title is Yes, God is Within and Ready to. And you've already met our wonderful guest artist, our musician for today, Robin Hackett. And today's reading is from The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz.
We're ready for that.
And no, are we? Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're ready for affirmations.
We are.
Affirmations for the week of September 11th, 2022, written by Stephan Anthony. Please repeat after me. I move beyond fear and worry with the power of hope and faith.
I move
Beyond fear and worry with the power of hope and faith.
Every day I experience new wonders of God's creativity.
Every day I experience new wonders of God's creativity.
There is no limit to the blessings I receive and experience.
There is no limit to the blessings I receive and experience.
I go through life as a compassionate, healing light in the world.
I go through life as a compassionate, healing light in the world.
My natural state is perfect health, abundance, and harmony.
My natural state is perfect health, abundance, and harmony.
I am whole, perfect, and complete always.
I am whole, perfect, and complete always.
And together we say,
And so it is.
so it is.
Yeah.
Okay. The reading today is from The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. Everything is made by love, by life. Even fear is a reflection of love. But fear exists in the mind, and in humans, that fear controls the mind. Then we interpret everything according to what we have in our mind. If we have fear, what we perceive will be analyzed with fear. If we are mad, what we perceive will be perceived according to anger. Our emotions act like a filter through which we see the rest of the world. But if you have the eyes of love, you just see love wherever you go. The trees are made with love. The animals are made with love. The water is made with love. When you perceive with the eyes of love, you can connect your will with the will of another dreamer, and the dream becomes one. When you perceive with love, you become one with the birds, with nature, with a person, with everything. Then you can see with the eyes of an eagle or transform into any kind of life. With your love, you connect with the eagle and you become the wings, or you become the rain or the clouds. But to do this, you need to clean the mind of fear and perceive with eyes of love. You have to develop your will until it is so strong that it can hook the other will and become one will. Then you have wings to fly, or being the wind. You can come here or you can go there. You can push away the clouds and the sun is shining. This is the power of love. And together we say, and so
it is.
Thank you,
Thank
Ernestine.
you.
thank you.
We appreciate you.
I love the readings you provide every Sunday. Thank you so much.
And you do an excellent job reading. Again,
Robin?
yes. Once
More
again,
music?
Robin Hackett.
Hello.
And
I remember who I am. I remember the spirit in me. And I remember what I am. I remember the light inside me. I remember. I remember. I remember. I remember. I remember. I remember who I am. Oh, 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 oh. I am grateful for who I am. I am grateful for the spirit in me. Yeah. And I am grateful for what I am. I am grateful for the light inside of me. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for who I am. Oh, well, I remember. I remember. I remember. Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember? Remember, remember, remember. Remember, remember, remember who you are. You are love. You are light. You are joy.
Thank you for the reminder.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's just so moving.
Okay, we should stop that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just takes me into such a deep place. I just want to savor it a little while before I start clapping.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to do our thing and we'll be back to you later.
I'll be here.
Okay.
All right.
Bye. That just took me to a deep
I
place.
know.
It was so beautiful.
Now stand up and do stuff.
So there's some basic things in Science of Mind teaching that we teach, and one of it is that God is an indwelling presence. It's not this guy out there in the sky holding whatever he holds, a long beard and white.
With this long list,
Yeah,
like Santa.
yeah. Checking it out.
Yeah.
God is, and forevermore, who you are, what you are, eternally. And that's a good thing to remember. Speaking of, I remember. So the title is Yes, God is within and ready to. So the question is, ready to what? Ready to anything you want to add at the end of that sentence, because God is everything. Maybe it's to answer your prayers. Maybe it's to expand your consciousness. Maybe it's to change your life for the better. Maybe it's to become the highest possibility of who you are. It matters not. What matters is that God is within and is a yes factor to your thoughts, your beliefs, your ability to speak the word and declare the truth for your life. This is what God is, and so much more. We hear in our teaching that words are things. But when I first came into this teaching, I had to be with that quite a while to get the understanding that words are things. So what it means for me is the words I speak, the words I think, the words that come through this being is the things that they're declaring. So they're one and the same. And when you change those words and start consciously speaking what you know to be true or what you claim to be true, then your whole life can change in an instant. But there's other factors when you're speaking your word and you're treating. You must whatever God is ready to do for you, you must be at the same level of consciousness. You must be at the same level of belief, because in the belief is the power. And when you speak your word and you are totally the word, you are the word, and the word is you, then the belief behind that word will bring forth that which you desire. The other thing to remember is you're not the only one with the power of the word. You bump into all kinds of people out there who have the power of the word too. So sometimes things happen, and it's not your word that caused it to happen. It's whoever bumped into you. So we share that commonality as human beings. That's why it's so important, the work that you're doing, the constant expanding of your awareness and the claiming of your word into the law so it can become forth. And then there's collective consciousness. Being born into, say, a family that's racist, and you just pick it up and it becomes you until you awake and move and expand beyond that and take the necessary steps for you to be the totality of the Spirit of God. That's what reveals to you. And then there's different cultures. We all come from different cultures. And in their cultures, there's a way of seeing time and space. And it can vary. So we're influenced by that. Then there's the day, the time, and the location you were born. You know, people look to the stars to see what their life is, and it's all one thing taking place, always all one thing. And then there's ancestral DNA. All these things we take into factor when we're speaking our word, because a lot of them can influence or make us think that we're not capable of doing it, or we can't reach a certain possibility that we want to expand in our lives. All those influences can have a part of it. So we raise above it. We raise beyond it and allow Spirit to do the work. So I ask this question: if the indwelling God is ready to give you whatever you need for your soul's evolution, are you ready to receive it? That's a good question to ask oneself. Am I ready to receive it? I say yes. I'm always ready. So I'm going to give you a little spiritual equation that I made up, and it entails 3 quotes. And the first quote is from a medieval French rabbi by the name of Rashi, and he says, "Receive with simplicity everything that happens to you." Receive with simplicity everything that happens to you. Sometimes we think what's happening to us, we have some power over, and we do, but some things are for our highest good. We have an experience that may not be so pleasant, but if we fight it, it only makes it worse. If we receive it with simplicity and just say, "This too shall pass. This is not who I am. I am more than this. But I accept that I'm having this experience, but I don't allow it to continue in my life." And that's an important factor to feel, to think about when you're speaking your word, and when life is being life, because life is life, and it will bring forth all kinds of things and experiences that we get to deal with. So when we're going through any kind of change in our life, it's important to comprehend the fullness of who you are, so you can pass through that experience with ease and grace. It's always about the oneness, the awareness of the oneness. So the next quote is by Ernest Holmes. You know who he is. And he says, "The will of life has only to be life." He has the will of life, will capitalized and life capitalized. The will of life is only to be life. So what I know is that that we're an infinite, and infinite cannot be finite. It can only be infinite. Like the whole thing, you put 2 mirrors together and it just keeps going on and on and on. That's you and me. That's us. We just keep living to the fullest. And that life, that will of life, is you being the eternal being that you are. That you live an eternal life. You're just not this moment. You're just not the past. You're just not what's to come. You are eternal, living through everything that may come your way, knowing who you are and what you are. Because in the eternal, every experience we have is for our highest and greatest good. There's a reason, and the reason to be looked at through spiritual eyes, through the eyes of God, not through your weak human eyes, or your scared little human eyes, or your hopeful little eyes. You're more than that. Look through the eyes of God and see whatever it is that you need to see as you go through this experience. So I invite you to let God's will be your will, because that will is life. And it's not always easy to do, because sometimes we want to take control. And that's okay too. We'll have that experience and we'll get what we need from that. But if you can give your will to God's will, then you will be guided and directed. You'll be maintained. We are always maintained and sustained, but you will be aware of it. And that awareness is an important factor. The last quote is from the Bible: given will be given to you. So you've grown. You've received all the gifts of this teaching, and you continue to apply it and grow in the godness of your life. And as you receive those gifts, because you are the receiver, then you start becoming those gifts. And in the becoming, you get so filled with good that the only things left to do is to give it back. To give it back. Because in the giving is the result of the receiving and the being. So we receive, we be, and we give. And it's so interesting that I get to the point where I can give, and it's a spiritual high. It's a wonderful feeling. But what I find out is what I thought I had grown to was a lot further than what I imagined. In the act of giving, we realize that our growth has expanded beyond anything that we imagined. And we are more than the growth, if that makes sense to you. We are eternal connection to that one power, that one presence that dwells within us. I invite you to just sit for a moment and close your eyes and just think of all the receiving of good that you've gotten. And think of being that good. I've learned I'm one with God, and I'm being one with God. And just see what it is that you have to give. Not necessarily money or service. It can be those things. But what of you can you give? Maybe it's in your doing. Maybe it's just in your meditation. What gifts do you have to give? And so come back and just breathe it all in and realize that receiving, being, and giving is a spiritual equation. The three in one taking place as your life. Or you might want to see the receiving, being, and giving as a spiritual recipe, mixed all together in this sweet taste of life. You can see life any way you want. You can be that which you came here to be, and so much more. For you are a child of God, made in God's likeness and image. And you are here to receive, be, and give. Right? So one of the things when you've been around Science Mind, even just a little while, is you hear Ernest Holmes say, change your thinking, change your life. And so always when things are going in a way that I wouldn't choose, I get to look at, what am I thinking? What do I believe about what I'm thinking? And there are so many levels of thinking. It's like there's the thinking that goes on, like I'm going to walk into the kitchen and do this, and then I'm going to go out into the car. But there's the whole time I'm doing that, there's all this stuff going on in the head that is either, sometimes it's neutral, sometimes it's really positive,
And often there's a negative stream going in there. And I was thinking when you were talking about all the different places that we came from, we did come from the family and all the places that you said. We also came from the neighborhood we grew up in. We came from the school that we went to. We came from the teachers that we had. We came from how we were perceived by the other students and how we were treated. We came from different religions that teach different things about ourselves and about others and how we relate to others. And so there's a really lot of stuff in there that just kind of, those thoughts are just always going. I think we call that the monkey mind, right? And so just being aware of the thoughts that are running around in your head, because we are manifesting those things that are running around in our head, whether we're conscious of them or whether we're not.
Exactly.
And so I'm inviting us to become more conscious of what's rattling around in our head and have the things that we think be that which we wish to create, that which we wish to be, that which we wish to happen, that which we aspire to, that which we're going to be doing today, but also tomorrow and next month and next year and for our life. And as we learn how to be aware of those thoughts and be aware of the consequences of those thoughts, always we're manifesting what we're thinking. And so Ernest Holmes said, "The law is done to you as you believe." If we believe that this is a cold, hard place we live in, we're going to have a cold, hard reality. And I'm not saying that if you're living in a place that you can't afford to move to another place and that you can change that right away. What I am thinking, what I am suggesting that you can change is your thoughts about what's happening. You can change your thoughts about what it's like to go to work. It can be, oh, I get to go to work today and I get to do this and this and this. And it could be, oh, I have to go to work today. And you're going to have a totally different experience at work depending on the thoughts around that. And it happens like all day long. I was just, while Reverend Michael was talking, I was thinking about a time when I was standing behind a really irate, rude customer and the poor clerk that didn't have anything to do with it and taking that abuse. And I could just see her not be very excited about me stepping up and being her next customer. But I did have the opportunity to just be with her a minute and say, wow, that was just really rough and you handled that really well. And so, okay, let's take a deep breath and how's your day going to be from here? And we have the opportunity to do that for ourselves and for others all the time. Just that opportunity to, oh, wait a minute, breathe. Oh, wait a minute, smile. Oh, wait a minute. Let's drop that thing and be aware of the sun is shining. We're so excited that we had all that rain. We were having our yard zero-scaped and we had brand new baby plant. Well, some of them aren't so baby. Brand new plants out there. And I was a little bit concerned about them from the scorching heat that we've had. It just like, well, will they be okay? And then we had 2 days of rain.
Yeah.
It was just amazing. And it cooled everything down and it wet everything. And we can take the same circumstance and be grateful or be upset. And so it's really important that we recognize what we're thinking and creating. And so I was reading this thing called You yesterday, and Ernest Holmes said this: the creative law which you use is like a mirror. The thought you hold before it is like an image. The mirror reflects the image you hold before it. Hold there then the image of faith and expectancy with enthusiastic conviction and undying trust. So I think it's kind of the same thing, like when I stand in front of the mirror and I go, oh wow, I'm getting really old, and look at all those wrinkles. Or if I stand in front of the mirror and go, I've been really, really fortunate to be on this planet, that the years that I have been, and be in the place that I am, and be doing the things that I'm doing. And today is going to be a lovely day, and I'm going to really have fun doing it. And I don't have to do those things to myself, where I pick at all the little things, because most of us don't look at anybody else like that. Why would we treat ourselves in a way we wouldn't treat anybody else? Why? I have the opportunity, and so do you, to be kind to ourselves, when we're looking in the mirror, to be kind to ourselves when we're making a mistake, be kind to ourselves when something isn't going the way we want it to go, and realize, oh, I get to slow down. I get to close my eyes. I get to take a deep breath. I get to remember who I am. I get to remember that God that created each and every one of us is within each and every one of us, this day, this moment, this time, all the time. And I can remember that, and remember that as I change my thinking, I change my life. So be very, very aware, not only of your conscious thoughts, but of all the unconscious thoughts that are running around in your head, because we are manifesting all of that all of the time. Yes. And so the more that we expand our awareness of who we are, the more we practice like prayer. There are times when I just go, okay, would you pray for me? I'm having a little trouble getting out of this one. There's always somebody willing to pray for you. And if we haven't said that enough, you can request prayer on our website. We have people call us for prayer. We are happy to pray with you. We are happy to pray with you. We're happy to do it in our silence, and that will help, because we are. We're happy to do it on the phone. We're happy to do it through email. There's always someone there happy to say that prayer, to do that thing, that it actually changes things immediately.
Well, it actually changes the moment you get that thought to call somebody.
It does.
Just that action of thinking, oh, I'm going to call for prayer. It starts right there. The power of whatever you are desiring is already in movement. And then when you get somebody to pray, it just kicks it into gear even faster and even more powerful. So just take a look at what you linger in. Are you lingering in doubt, in fear, in not enoughness, in not pain from something that's going on in your life? Do you want to linger there? Or do you want to move into a higher vibration?
Yes.
With a higher thought?
Yes.
And linger there?
Yes.
Keep your attention there.
Yes.
Keep your attention there by always bringing it back. I am more than this. I am more than this. I am a child of God. And I am more than any circumstance that can ever affect me. So, use the equation. Use that equation. I think that's it for me.
I think it's time for us to pray. So, take a deep breath with me. Close your eyes. Take a deep cleansing breath. Just release anything that's going on. Release all of the stuff. Take another breath as we recognize that God is breathing our breath. All the breaths we're aware of, all the breaths we are not. That God is the thinker of our thoughts. That we have the opportunity to be aware of the oneness of God, the allness of God, the absolute truth that God is my life. God is your life. God is every life everywhere. It is the life of this planet. It is the life of all the grains of sand by the ocean. It is the life of the farthest, largest star, and everything in between, and everything, all time and all space. God is right there. So as we know this, for ourselves, for others, for the planet, we know that we are eternal beings. one with the one with each other, one with all that is all of the time. And so I hold for each one of us love and peace and truth and harmony and oneness and wholeness and forgiveness and divine perfect health and peace and enough. There is enough. There is enough love. There is enough shelter. There is enough safety. There is enough food. There is enough for everyone. And we can make it so in reality because there is enough. There is already enough. We can make it so that everyone has what they need to thrive and to live life more fully. And so in absolute gratitude, I pass this word to Reverend Michael.
Thank you. And I invite all those that are participating in this prayer to just see that light that dwells within you, that powerful essence of good, that powerful essence of truth and beauty and peace and harmony. And allow that light to brighten some more.
Yes.
Pull the switch up a little higher.
Yes.
And I invite you to now join me as we send that light towards two members of our spiritual center, husband and wife, and surround them with that power of light,
Yes.
knowing for the wife perfect healing, perfect guidance to her highest and best good, that she becomes an attraction of the right doctors, the right individuals that are there to serve her and bring her past and finally through this experience she's having. We surround her with our light and love. And we surround him with that same light and love, knowing that he gets the rest he needs. He finds the peace in the situation. He has the strength and the power to continue serving his beloved in the highest possible way. And he gets all the rest he needs.
Yes.
We just surround him with light and love. And for anybody that is listening to this prayer and desires something for themselves or somebody else, just think it right now. Believe it that it's so. Accept it as complete and fulfilled right now in your life, and just let it be. And together we can give thanks, knowing that this word is complete and fulfilling itself in all our experiences. And with a deep sense of gratitude from the heart, we just let it go now. We let it go. And together we all say, and so it is.
Amen, amen, aho, ashe, and
Woo-hoo!
I'll never get over Reverend Valerie saying that. I love it. I love it. Woo-hoo! Today I saw the sun. I stood out in the rain and watched the eagle fly again. I heard a baby cry and walked right through a storm and felt the wind upon my face. And all the while I could not help but see the life that lives and breathes in you and me. And I'm peaceful and I'm grateful, yes. And I'm thankful, oh Lord. Yes, I am. And I'm hopeful, yes. And I am so full. And I'm thankful, oh, I am. I hugged an old oak tree, the earth beneath my feet, and saw a shooting star above. I looked into your heart and touched an open heart and fell into a whole lot of love. And all the while I could not help but see the life that lives and breathes in you and me. And I'm peaceful and I'm grateful, yes, yes. And I'm thankful, oh Lord, yes I am. And I'm hopeful, yes. And I'm so full, and I'm thankful, oh, I am so peaceful, yes. I'm grateful, I am thankful, oh, yes I am. I'm hopeful, yes, I am so far, and I'm thankful, oh, I am. Yes, I'm thankful, oh, I am. Yes, I am so grateful, so thankful. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Whoa. So grateful, yes. So peaceful. So thankful, Lord. So hopeful. I am. I am. I am. I am.
Thank you so much.
That was beautiful. I just love your music.
And your voice.
Yeah. So we're gonna make a few announcements and then we'll get back to you. So consider this. We're a center that is dedicated to assisting the world and all its inhabitants to a world that works for everyone. That's what we stand for. That's our commitment. And that's what we're here to be. So if we can be anything for you, let us know. We're here to serve in the highest way. And we now ask and gratefully accept anything that you want to give your thanks for in the form of support of the spiritual center. And we do so by what Valerie has to say.
The Venmo code will be coming up pretty soon. If you use Venmo, you can use that QR code. If you like to text to give, you can text you give, YUGIVE, to 888-364-GIVE. Or you can go to our website, and there are a couple ways to give out there. CSL North Metro.org.
Yes. So join with me by shining your light at the basket and repeat after me. I give thanks in this very moment for the good in my life.
I give thanks in this very moment for the good in my life.
I surrender unto God that which is God's.
I surrender unto God that which is God's.
I open up to the givingness of my heart.
I open up to the givingness of my heart
and give this gift
and
freely,
give this gift freely,
knowing that my gift is God's gift.
knowing that my gift is God's gift.
And for this, I'm so grateful.
And for this, I am so grateful.
I let it be,
I let it be,
and so it
and
is.
so it is.
Great.
Be the peace you wanna see, then share your peace with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. And be the joy you want to see. Then share your joy with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. And be the love you want to see, and share your love with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. Be the peace, be the joy, be the love. Let it begin, let it begin, let it begin, oh, with you. Let it begin. Let it begin with you and me.
And so it is.
So,
Great songs.
Yes.
So,
Robin,
Robin, congratulations on
What?
your 1 million plays on Spotify.
I didn't hear you.
I said, congratulations on your 1 million
Oh,
plays on your song Hard Right.
yes, hard left, hard left.
Hard left. Hard left.
Thank
That's
you.
out my memory.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That was
Okay.
a surprise.
so tell people how they can get a hold of your music and listen to it and buy it. And
Just go to robinhackettmusic.com and it's all sitting there, or go to Apple Music or Spotify or Pandora or wherever. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're so blessed to have you as part of our service.
we certainly are.
I'm happy to be here. You guys don't know how you light me up. Thank you. You just don't.
Well, the feelings are mutual.
They are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, I want to invite people to join us on Zoom right after this, and we like to share our aha moments. So we like to get together and have our snacks together and just be right there together. And so the Zoom link is in the comments. If you didn't catch it there, it's also on the calendar on our website, cslnorthmetro.org. So hopefully we'll see you on Zoom in just a few minutes.
Yes. Thank you, Ernestine, who's not here. She had a date. with a very important person. So we both are on our way. And thank you, Greg, for a job well done. And thank you always for your beautiful voice and your beautiful consciousness and your music.
Thank you.
So let us close our eyes and turn within, knowing that right at the core of our being is the very truth of who and what we are. Perfect, whole, and complete. The essence of pure spirit. Everything that God is, we are. And everything we are, God is. And so I bless each individual on their journey through this next week, knowing you go in peace, knowing you attract the perfection of your life in every form there is, be it people, be it situations, be it animals, that you attract the good into your life. And all those things that you hold, that you need to do this week is done in peace and grace and ease. So I say thank you for all who've joined us today. I say thank you to God. Thank you to life. Thank you to life. And in this sense of absolute thanksgiving, I now release, let go, and together we say,
And so it is.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. Hope we see you on Zoom. Bye.
Bye.